Good morning. It is Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. Back here for Bed Talk 393. And today I want to talk about this phrase that's behind me. It is what it is. And I'm going to talk about two elements of it that I think often get lost. First of all, there's really basically two versions of it. One is the victim mode, and one is the victor mode. So the victim mode is it is what it is. I have no control. I can't do anything about it. Woe is me. All these things happen to me. Certainly, I'm not encouraging that mindset either personally or professionally, and certainly not as a leader. I don't think it's a healthy mindset, and it's not an essential one because it's not true. Because we always have choices. We may not like the choices. They may be difficult choices, but we always have choices. The other more empowering version, or the victor version of, really is a version of detachment and not being attached to the outcome. It's not about surrendering or giving up. It's just saying, you know what, some things I don't control, like a pandemic, and I can do what I can do that I do control, but the parts that I don't control, they are what they are. And so for me, that's a way of living for me. It's very much focused on detachment from the outcome, and also surrendering in the sense of knowing what I control and what I don't, and spend my time, energy, and thoughts on the things I actually control. So that's the first part. The first element is distinguishing those two elements. The second part is this. I often hear people say, well, it is what it is. But here's the thing about it is what it is. If you really believe that something is what it is, then you wouldn't be stressed about it. In fact, that's the point of that mindset, is to release the stress, release the false sense of control, release any possible victimhood, and to just acknowledge, hey, in this case, that whatever's happening over there is what it is. I'm going to work on over here what I do control, or the things about how I perceive whatever has happened. But what I see from people often is they're stressed out and they'll say, oh, what it is, what it is. But here's what I want you to remember. If it really is what it is, and you've empowered yourself by acknowledging you don't control it, and you're going to focus on the things you do control, including your perception, perspectives, and your reaction to whatever it is. If you truly are in that space, then you won't be stressed, or you'll have minimal stress. So if you're feeling the stress, then you're not being and living the is what it is mindset and philosophy. So those are the two things. Remember, there's two versions of it is what it is. One, I would say, is unhealthy. One is incredibly healthy and empowering. And if you've really embraced the it is what it is philosophy, then the stress will slip away. If it hasn't, then you probably haven't fully accepted that philosophy and you're not fully living it. So that's just the work. And that's what leaders do. They continue to be self-aware, self-regulating, and taking a look at ways they can grow both personally and professionally in their leadership. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. And by all means, stay connected.